parents are coming, right?
I don't know. I don't think my dad will go. It's probably my mom and I.
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yep, they come.
I
You
don't know.
might, you know, they might find some, they might find some better person for you.
No.
You know, in such weddings, parents are looking for the
No,
bride
my
or groom, like, good contestant for their children.
my parents are not like that. They're different. They want us. I can find anyone of my own. They're not like that, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's good thing, yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
they're not like the typical like Indian parent where they say like.
I mean, even my parents didn't ask me at all. I mean, they can suggest me, and just, oh, look at that girl. She's good, right? Do you like her? I mean, like, just, yeah.
But I don't know. I often ask my friends like it's so difficult sometimes with those things because sometimes you don't like the person and then you have no choice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, so we finished gram-positive and gram-negative table. So today we're gonna start with the gram-negative bacteria, right?
Yes.
Hello?
Let me. Yes.
Okay. Can you see that?
Hold on a second. Did you write something?
Yeah, I wrote something.
No, I didn't see anything yet.
Now?
No.
Nothing? The connection is on, right?
Yeah, but oh, now I see you put like negative.
Oh, yeah.
Now I see that. It's kind of like really the connection is kind of slow today.
Gram-negative. Can you see that?
Not yet.
Because I don't think for this is something that buzzword I'm going to tell you. You just mark it in your book, so it's gonna good for you to remember.
Okay.
Can you?
Yes. I got my first date already.
Oh, okay. Yep. So basically, let me put things so that if we are surrounded by so many wires.
I know.
Okay. So before we start gram-negative thing, I want to tell you a few things about revamping. If you remember that time we discussed about revamping, right? So we discussed about where we are going to use revamping. So if you remember TB,
Yes.
right? Leprosy, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On top of. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. On top of that, few important prophylaxis.
Okay.
Streptococcus. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah, I saw you said TB, leprosy, and prophylaxis.
No, prophylaxis, important prophylaxis.
Mm-hmm.
Streptococcal meningitis,
Yeah.
Neisseria meningitis, HIB, H influenza B pneumonia, Legionella pneumonia,
Mm-hmm.
and brucellosis.
Okay.
Brucellosis. The
Brucellosis
brucellosis.
is a spores?
The it's a spores from. So how many other places where we give the prophylaxis? Rifampin, prophylaxis TB. leprosy. That two things we use either prophylaxis or for the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that,
H influenza.
Then
Neisser.
streptococcus.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Neisseria.
uh-huh.
And the last one, Legionella and Brucella.
Brucellosis.
Brucellosis, yeah.
Brucellosis. And now one more thing about prophylaxis thing that we are anyway we discussing the HIV, H influenza B.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So H influenza B has two basically types. Which two type? Sorry. Typeable and non-typeable. The vaccine you are taking, H influenza vaccine? Hello?
Yes. What is it you said about the H influenza?
I said H influenza has two different strains. Typeable, non-typeable. Right? Hello?
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah. Okay. So the vaccine you are taking for H influenza, that is for typeable H influenza B. Now, hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. You want to take... I think I should take off my video.
Yeah, that's good. That's good option.
Yeah.
1 second. Perfect. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So H influenza B vaccine is for typeable. Now, why they have this distinguished feature of typeable and non-typeable? Because people think that if you have H influenza B vaccine, then all the disease by the H influenza that you will not have it, like epiglottitis, like meningitis, like otitis media, like pneumonia. But out of that, out of this four, and one more they have it. Conjunctivitis. Out of that, conjunctivitis is otitis media. These two disease, and they have mentioned bronchitis too, but this two disease basically that is via non-typeable. Right.
Epiglottitis and what else?
Otitis media.
Yes.
And conjunctivitis. Bronchitis is still there, but basic feature of influenza is pneumonia, and pneumonia you will not have it for sure. So how many disease in the exam they are going to ask you which of the following the baby come with the history of this diagnosed with H influenza B infection, like non-typeable, or they will mention the infection even though she is vaccinated. So which of the following infection she might have it, she might not have it. So you have to divide the infections into two categories. The infections can be done by typeable and infection done by non-typeable. Now, infection done by typeable that can be prevented by vaccine. Which are those infections? Hello? Yes?
H influenza.
No. H influenza.
Hello?
Typeable strain and non-typeable strain. Right? You agree?
Yes.
Typeable strain will leads to meningitis,
epiglottitis,
very good, and pneumonia.
And pneumonia. Yes.
Okay. Non-typeable will lead to which disease? The disease related to the surface mucosa. So surface mucosa.
Conjunctivitis.
Yeah, conjunctivitis or otitis media. So they both have the squamous layer, right? So that two thing and one more, not pneumonia, bronchitis. Not pneumonia. Okay. Pneumonia is not inflammation. Otitis is inflammation. Conjunctivitis is inflammation, bronchitis is inflammation. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So now you tell me, if you have H influenza vaccine, which infection can be there, which infection cannot happen. So this infection can never be happen. This infection may or may not be happen, or may happen. You understand?
One more
Hello?
time. One more time. Repeat that, please.
Yeah. The HIV, H influenza B vaccine, is the name of typable vaccine. It prevents the disease that has typable, the disease which are the typable, the disease that's done by the typable bacteria, the typable bacteria of H influenza strain, right? So those diseases are meningitis, epiglottitis, and pneumonia. So this, if your son is vaccinated, he or she will not have this disease, these three diseases.
Correct.
But though irrespective to the vaccination status, this can be done, because non-typable, there is no vaccine of non-typable one.
So would you give them the H influenza vaccine for that?
No. If you, okay, this is the child. If you give H influenza vaccine from the market, they will ask you which disease the child will still have it, and which disease child will never have.
This child will still have conjunctivitis,
Which disease
otitis
child
media.
will never have it?
The child would not have meningitis, pneumonia,
and
epiglottitis.
Okay, and here otitis media,
Then
conjunctivitis,
otitis
bronchitis.
media, and something else. Pneumonia, not pneumonia.
Conjunctivitis, otitis media, and bronchitis.
Bronchitis, yes.
All itis.
Okay.
Because there is no vaccination for non-typable HIV. No vaccination for non-typable means you might have it, right?
Right. Okay, that's clear. Thank you.
That's clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just that I was hearing you in bits and pieces.
Sorry?
I was hearing you in bits and pieces, so I couldn't put everything together.
Yeah. I mean, okay, if something happens wrong, like the network is really wrong, then I'm going to call you in the network so you can, cop up, or you can listen properly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So this is H influenza. Now we are discussing about anywhere H influenza, so let me clear two more things. If you remember, H influenza need factor 5, that's called NAD, and factor 10, hematine. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you remember, I said that Staph aureus is a friend of H influenza because
it helps to increase its growth.
By producing of factor 5.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Because Staph aureus provides factor 5, so that, and the factor 5 is important thing to grow H influenza. That's why. Okay. So I remember like that way. Staph aureus, factor 5. Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Hello?
Remember, is capsular. Hello? Yep, perfect. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go off video. Keep talking.
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Perfect. All set?
Yes.
Okay. So H influenza B has the type B capsular polysaccharide. My video. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. So they have the capsular polysaccharide, which is made up of which of the following content? If you remember polysaccharide capsule, here it's made up of polyribosorbital phosphate. So we says like, okay, polysaccharide capsule of H influenza is made up of PRP,
Mm-hmm.
polyribosyl sorbitol phosphate. And in the beginning, I said to induce the immunity, they conjugate it.
Diphtheria.
With which diphtheria toxin, right? Hello?
Yes.
You remember
Yeah.
diphtheria toxin?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just answered it.
Oh yeah, because I didn't listen.
Yeah.
Because I cannot see that thing, so I cannot.
I know. Should I put it back on because
You should try it.
let me see. Hold on.
I'm feeling like I'm teaching myself in the mirror.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so this is about H influenza, a really important bacteria. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Neisseria. Now Neisseria, we remember it's Neisseria gonococci and Neisseria meningococci.
Mm-hmm.
Meningococci is second most common. Still, it's not first common cause of meningitis. First common is streptopneumonia, right?
Okay.
So now gram-negative diplococci Neisseria. If you remember IgA protease, IgA protease, which is virulent factor, we know everything, but we have to differentiate between two gonococci and meningococci infections. So gonococci, shape of the gonococci, remember that's a kidney pin.
Mm-hmm.
That's a kidney pin shape. Like this is the shape of the meningococci. Meningococci, it's like dumbbell shape. It's dumbbell shape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first difference. Second difference is gonococci is no non-capsular bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
Meningococci has capsule made up of polysaccharide, right? Gonococci, if you remember differentiating M for M, maltase positive, gonococci is maltase negative, and meningococci M for M, maltase positive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Okay, one more thing. Yeah, I'm here. One more thing. Virulence factor in gonococci is pilus. While pilus protein,
I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Can you?
Yeah, a little bit better now.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
So gonococci have pilus for the virulence factor, which will lead to gonorrhea or gonococci induced UTI.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know that once we have bacterial infection, our body from pilus make the memory cell, due to which we will never have infection in future. Still, why people have gonorrhea frequently? Why?
Because it's mimicry.
No, because
of the pilus?
Yes, because of the pilus.
Mm-hmm.
Pilus has one type of antigen that vary every time. When they infect you,
antigenic variation.
This time they have mutation of like AUA or something. Next time they infect you, this time they will infect you with UAA, something different. So they have antigenic variation. Every time they infect, tell your body to make new memory cells, and they change their structures.
So then the memory cells does not hold that memory because it keeps changing.
They have memory cell for previous strain, your previous pilus, but now it will be infected by a new pilus, right? The new variation of the pilus. So that's really tricky thing. Now, why they have this? What is the name of this protein? They haven't mentioned that, so you can write that thing. So they have antigenic variation due to OPA protein, OPA protein. That says opacity protein, OPACITY, opacity protein. And they have one more structural antigen which help them to attach with the surface, that called OMP1 antigen.
What?
Right?
What is that?
OMP, O for octopus,
Mm-hmm.
M and P.
They have OMP antigen.
OMP antigen, structural antigen. Okay. Now, gonococcal is sexually transmitted disease, meningococcal is respiratory or secretion through oral secretions. Media, Taylor-Martin,
Mm-hmm.
remember VPN, Taylor-Martin
Vancomycin,
media,
polymyxin, and
nystatin.
mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
VPN and Taylor-Martin media, and this will lead to gonorrhea, septic arthritis, neonatal conjunctivitis, PID, so many other things. No need to worry about that thing. Just remember.
Mm-hmm.
They say that we are using silver nitrate to prevent conjunctivitis, but it was banned since so many months, so many years in US. No silver nitrate for gonorrhea.
Okay.
Okay. In exam, don't choose that choice. Okay. In meningococcal infection, it will lead to meningococcemia or meningitis, but important was Waterhouse-Friderichsen syndrome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Waterhouse-Friderichsen syndrome. What is that?
DIC. You get shock. Your adrenals don't work.
Adrenals don't work, right?
Yeah.
What happened, meningococcal bacteria directly impact the adrenal. They just fail the adrenal. Adrenal has three main hormones, if you remember. Water, cortisol, and sex.
Mm-hmm.
If water hormone loss, mineralocorticoid, low blood pressure and shock, steroid, corticosteroid, then again low blood pressure and Cushing's type of symptom, sex hormone, loss of, impotence or loss of sexual drive and that features, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it impairs the function of adrenal, right? If you remember, I told you the rifampin prophylaxis for meningonezaria meningitis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So rifampin prophylaxis, we are going to use it here. Most important question, even they ask me in the step 1, if you have allergy or if you don't want to use the rifampin, then which of the following option you have it? Ceftriaxone or ciprofloxacin. In the exam, they give me ciprofloxacin choice. Ciprofloxacin or ceftriaxone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, treatment is straightforward. Gonococcal is always associated with chlamydia. So, you remember like that way, gonococcal, chlamydia. The treatment, ceftriaxone, intramuscular, right? And azithromycin for gonococcal. So though it's C, but remember C is not for C. G is for C. Okay? You remember?
Did you write something?
Yeah. I said gonococcal infection is never alone. It will be always with chlamydia.
Right.
And the treatment for gonococcal is ceftriaxone.
Okay.
Ceftriaxone intramuscular 1-shot injection and 1,000 milligram of azithromycin.
Or doxy, right?
Ceftriaxone and azithromycin. Sorry?
Or doxycycline?
No. We use doxycycline if you have allergy to penicillin, right?
Okay.
Or if you're suspecting rickettsia infection, hand, foot, mouth disease, not hand, foot, mouth, but the rash with the rickettsia mountain, what's the name? Rickettsia mountain
Bullseye.
fever something.
I know what you're...
Rocket and something fever, right?
Rocky Mountain fever.
Rocky Mountain fever, yeah. So for that you use it.
Because first it says you can give you can give ceftriaxone plus azithromycin or doxy.
They said it the doxycycline, but in the step 1 to step 3, everywhere you're gonna find one shot of ceftriaxone, one tablet of azithromycin.
Okay.
But you have to remember ceftriaxone, out of ceftriaxone and azithromycin, which one is for which infection? So gonococcal, for gonococcal, which of the following will be there?
Ceftriaxone.
And for chlamydia,
azithromycin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so that's it. That's it. No need to worry about other things. What? One more thing I want to tell you. Yeah, we want to do. Okay, let me finish that, and then I want to give you the table how to differentiate all sexually transmitted disease with each other. You know, ulcers of sexually transmitted diseases.
Hello.
One more new. Legionella pneumonia. Legionella pneumonia. Okay, tell me what you know about Legionella pneumonia. The air condition, pigeon. You know, pigeon history, air condition. That's old Legionella pneumonia definition. Now, whenever you have respiratory symptoms with one GI symptom with one, I don't know.
I can't hear you, Urvish.
Or not or either nausea or vomiting or diarrhea, blood, headache, LOC, loss of consciousness, confusion, any one of these.
I couldn't hear you properly.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Any respiratory infection with one GI infection, one GI feature, nausea or vomiting or diarrhea, with one CNS feature, headache, loss of consciousness or confusion. These three must be there, and then you can see like, air condition, tank history, cooling tank history, alcohol history, smoking history, more than 55. All might be there, but these three must be there. These three must be there. Okay? Hello?
What three? One respiratory, one GI,
and one CNS.
Okay, they must be there along with other distractors.
Distractor, I don't need to worry about distractors. Air condition, air cooling tank, pigeon history can be anywhere. But GI, CNS, and respiratory, these trials will never be there without this thing.
Okay.
Now they will give you a typical feature and ask which of the following agar or conception we are going to use. If you remember, I said Legionella pneumonia, long name, so long name of the agar. So that's like charcoal, yeast, extract with iron
and cysteine.
Charcoal, yeast, extract with iron and cysteine, right? Which of the following is the method of transmission? Aerosol method.
Yep.
Which of the following lab abnormality you are going to have it? Lab abnormality, hyponatremia. Very, very important lab abnormality. Give that 3 stars there.
Okay.
Okay.
Hyponatremia.
Hyponatremia. Low sodium.
Yep. Got it.
Which of the following is the treatment for that? Which of the following? Azithromycin with rifampin.
Okay, yeah.
Rifampin. You remember rifampin? Right?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. The treatment is rifampin with, you said something else you give with rifampin?
No, I said azithromycin and rifampin.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was only rifampin.
No, azithromycin, plus rifampin.
Okay.
Azithromycin is standard treatment of Legionella, but we give rifampin too.
Okay.
Okay. And one more clue, sometimes you can see that the X-ray is much more severe than same symptom. But this clue is typical for Mycobacterium, Mycoplasma pneumonia.
Walking pneumonia.
Mycoplasma pneumonia. That's called atypical pneumonia. But any atypical pneumonia has the same feature. Why they have the name of atypical? Atypical because X-ray is more severe than symptom, right? Mm-hmm. So Legionella is one of them, right?
Okay.
Pseudomonas. Now Pseudomonas make a whole mnemonic list. Can you see my tablet screen?
I don't see a new screen. I see the old screen with gonorrhea and stuff like that.
No?
No.
Let me do again. No?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm. Wait.
Do you want to send me?
I think it's loading slowly.
I mean, nothing is working in my computer.
I'm waiting to see a clear notepad, like with new information, but there's nothing coming up.
No?
Nope.
Okay, do you want to send me the invitation again?
Yep, I will.
Okay. Yeah, send me.
There's already a connection to this device.
Oh. No. Send me again. It's 0 now.
Okay.
Incoming connection.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I made the mnemonic like Pseudomonas. So from Pseudomonas you can remember the all feature of Pseudomonas bacteria.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now?
I'm waiting to see your notepad.
No?
Mm-mm.
Can you do me a favor? You can start writing like Pseudomonas, like
yeah, in a vertical way.
Yeah. So Pseudomonas. Let's start with the P. P means it will lead to pneumonia, but Pseudomonas pneumonia, right? Basically, the disease P for pneumonia, P for pyocyanin pigment, because this is the only bacteria produce the pigment. Anywhere in the clue you can see the pigment, pyocyanin pigment, must be pyocyanin pigment with the Pseudomonas. P with plasmid mediated acetylation, that is the mechanism of resistance. Plasmid
Urvish, one second. Hello? Hey. Oh, they don't have no garter? I thought you said... Okay, so look for something blue, anything blue. I'm in tutoring. Can you just pick up anything? It doesn't matter. The slipper? Well, I need something that's blue, so anything that's blue. Doesn't matter. Just pick out that whatever you think is fine. I guess you can just buy the $8. You know what? Leave it, Jen. Leave it. I'll take care of that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, bye. Hello? I'm so sorry. My sister, because we have to pick up something for my for Uma's bridal shower, something blue.
Why? It should be something blue.
Yeah, because a bride's supposed to wear something white, something new, something old, something blue.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. So P pneumonia, P pyocyanin, P plasmin mediated acetylation, and treatment Pseudomonas antibiotic piperacin, P. So you get all P's.
Okay, so you said P, pneumonia, pyocyanin, which is the pigment, and treatment is
Piperacin
yes.
and plasmid mediated acetylation. That's the how it works, like how it developed the resistance in the people, right? Plasmid mediated acetylation. S, second, sepsis, most common infection of sepsis and burn, right? And I just add one more thing there, biofilm. Though it's not as, but it's like sepsis in burn unit. When in the burn unit, a patient admitted with Pseudomonas, they made the biofilm over that area, and they could not allow antibiotic to reach to the wound. Okay. E, erythema gangrenosum. Google it, you will get the picture, or I'll send you the picture. Erythema, ECTHYEMA, erythema gangrenosum. It's a typical type of, it's not gangrene, but it's typical type of the damaged tissue. You can see that, right? And E for otitis media, basically, but I remember in that way, external otitis media. I mean, though it's not external, but I remember like that. Okay. External otitis media. D, most common infection in diabetic people. And O, if patient is normal, I'm just telling you, don't write it. Patient is normal and patient have osteomyelitis. So most common cause of osteomyelitis, Staph aureus. If the patient
has sickle cell,
most common cause of osteomyelitis is what?
Strep?
No, typhi.
What is it?
Salmonella paratyphi.
Oh, salmonella. Yes, salmonella.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to give you hint like typhi something, but paratyphi. Okay, not typhi, paratyphi. Okay. And if it's a osteomyelitis in burn patient or osteomyelitis in oxidase positive organism, that is your Pseudomonas. So osteomyelitis. Most common taste you will frequently see in the exam, that's oxidase positive, which is positive here in Pseudomonas. Oxidase positive. If you remember that day, hello?
Yeah.
Hello? If you remember that day we did the test, we remember the table. So oxidase positive test has been oxidase test has been positive by which of the following organisms? Pseudomonas? Yes.
Yes.
Then Campylobacter jejuni. Yes.
And then Salmonella.
No.
No?
Campylobacter and Vibrio cholerae. 1. Pseudomonas and pylori. P for pylori, P for Pseudomonas, and that 2 in the corner, if you remember, Campylobacter jejuni and cholera. Campylo and cholera.
Okay.
So remember 2C and 2P.
Okay.
Oxidase positive, 2P and 2C. So 2PC. Pseudomonas pylori, Campylobacter cholerae. Pseudomonas pylori, Campylobacter cholerae.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
I'm anyway dictating with you, so you have to dictate it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that way only, dictate on the same time and finish it.
Exactly. And then I have the recording, so whatever I miss, I go back.
Yeah. So it's oxidase positive and catalase positive. Both got catalase positive too. Right? This Pseudomonas is oxidase and catalase positive organism.
Okay.
And for non-lactose.
For what?
And for non-lactose fermenter.
Mm-hmm.
A non-lactose or lactose non-fermenter. A for, if you remember, exotoxin, this is the only gram-negative bacteria has exotoxin A.
Yeah.
So ADP, ribosyl A exotoxin. ADP ribosylation is the method of infecting the thing,
Mm-hmm.
that in the first table we remember. And A exotoxin is the exotoxin that's produced by the Pseudomonas. And S, and I forgot, on N, write it down, neutropenic patient.
Mm-hmm.
And S, last S, that's the standing water. The water that stand overnight, standing water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at the risk, that type of water.
When you drink
So
it?
I think sorry?
When you drink that water?
No, not when you drink. For example, there is a swimming pool. In swimming pool, there is overnight, like 10-15 days, there is a water. They didn't change it all, right? The swimming pool water here in US, they make it warm. They have heating system,
Yeah.
so that so it's gonna produce warm there, humidity, no changing of water. Then it produce the
Hot tub for
hot
tub
tub
folliculitis. Okay. Got it.
Hot tub folliculitis, which is the name of other thing. The same with when you do swimming, that will lead to
Swimmer's ears.
external otitis media. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you understand. So this is almost everything with the Pseudomonas. Okay. Now E. coli. That day you were asking, if you remember, E. coli virulence factor, Fimbri.
Yes.
Fimbri, E. coli virulence factor, Fimbri, which will lead to cystitis and pyelonephritis. They just go from the external urethra to the up to cystitis and nephritis, pyelonephritis. K capsule, which is not the capsule, but it's a K capsule is a virulent factor which will lead to neonatal meningitis or pneumonia. Neonatal pneumonia.
Okay.
Lipo, it's a gram negative, so lipopolysaccharide endotoxin, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. And we already discussed 4 different type of strains of E. coli entro-invasive, which will lead to invasion. When it invades in the intestine, it will increase the polymorphonuclear count. I mean, white blood cell count, right? So in the stool, you will have pus cell due to polymorphonuclear cell.
Okay.
it invade, hello, so it's going to start bleeding. So the entro-invasive E. coli will lead to bloody diarrhea with pus. Bloody diarrhea with pus, right? And invasive means the toxin which is invasive, that's a dysentery, or you can say similar to the Shigella toxin. Similar to Shigella toxin. That is not at all similar to labile toxin or stable toxin. Why?
Okay.
Because they are not invasive toxin. They are the normal toxins. Okay.
Because in Shigella, it's just like it's just like mimicking, right? It's not the true.
Yeah. No. Listen. The name of the toxin is Shiga toxin.
Yes.
Shiga-like toxin is a toxin produced by Shigella. Hello?
Yes.
Shiga toxin, 60S chromosome produced by Shigella and E. coli. So Shiga toxin produced by both.
Okay.
There is no mimicry. That's produced by both. But E. coli making mimicry of Shigella bacteria because they produce the Shiga toxin.
Okay, that's clear.
Okay, but they are not making a labile toxin or stable
toxin. Okay.
That toxin produced by ETEC. The name of ETEC, enterotoxigenic or enterotraveler. You can just remember, traveler.
Okay.
They are watery. They are really good. No need to worry if you have ETEC. Just give fluids and solutions. That's it. No need to worry about no antibiotic or nothing. Anyway, I recommend not. I recommend the medicine recommend not to give any antibiotic to any of enterococcal. Why?
Because of pseudomembranous colitis thing.
No. If you have enterococcal infection, E. coli infection, you give antibiotic. If it's a ETEC, enterotoxigenic, antibiotic will not work because there is no. The diarrhea is not due to bacteria. Diarrhea is due to toxin of the bacteria, right? So you need just supportive measurement to have hydration.
Okay.
But if it's going to be by enterohemorrhagic E. coli, and if you give antibiotic, more severe. You're gonna kill bacteria. More O157H7 serotype will release the Striga-like toxin. More Striga-like toxin means more shock type of response, right? So antibiotics are really bad in EHEC. So basically, E. coli infection, no, never give antibiotic, never.
Okay. Uma said hi.
Oh, hi. Where is she?
She wants to talk to me, and I just text her that you're tutoring me.
Okay. Yeah. She was quite busy in rotation, right?
Yeah, she has surgery rotation.
Oh. So she was telling me she has shelf exam or something.
Yeah, I think she has that.
She's your senior?
We started out at the same time. That's
sometimes it's difficult, when.
It is.
Well, I know.
At first it was, and then I was like, well, I have my own thing, and I have to do my own thing, and not compare myself to other people.
No, don't do that. Otherwise, never be happy. You will never be happy.
Exactly.
The friend with whom I was talking yesterday, she finished. Her score in entrance exam was lower than me. Her merit was lower than me, and still she has decided to go and do the ophthalmology diploma. And I said, no, I want to go to the US. She finished her diploma in ophthalmology. She married, and now she's thinking to come here to do fellowships and then start doing practice. And I thought, oh my God, you will be the ophthalmologist by June. And I was thinking, no, I'm going to do that, and I'm still struggling.
But don't worry.
I don't compare.
Don't worry. For me, it doesn't bother me. I'm like, and I'm not saying like whatever, but everybody has their life to live according to their own factors. And for me, I'm not going to bother with it.
But the good thing is that, you, Uma, once you finish your study, you come back to home.
Yeah.
In our case, we finish our study and we leave the home.
That's true.
So
That's
yeah,
hard.
that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So that's ETEC, right? Enteropathogenic is pediatric diarrhea. Just no need to worry. It's just attaching the wall and will lead to diarrhea. And hemorrhagic, hamburger. You know,
Mm-hmm.
O157H7. Very important thing you have to remember. It will lead to first diarrhea, and then what happened? HUS. You know that, yeah? Hemolytic uremic syndrome.
Mm-hmm. We talked
What is
about
the
that.
difference between hemolytic uremic syndrome? We will discuss that in hem-honk. But what is different between hemolytic uremic syndrome and TTP?
It
TTP,
involved
thrombotic,
neurological problems, CNS problems.
where? CNS problem will be where? HUS or TTP?
In TTP.
Okay. And diarrhea and kidney related problem,
In
uremia is HUS.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the common property between two?
Diarrhea.
No. Common between HUS and TTP. Thrombocytopenia. Thrombocytopenia will be there in both.
Mm-hmm.
Bleeding time increase in both. Hemolytic anemia will be in both. MCV more than 100 will be in both.
Okay.
And both will have helmet cell or schistocyte.
Mm-hmm.
The broken cell, right? In both. Both are intravascular hemolysis.
Okay.
Micro and intravascular hemolysis, something like that. Microangiopathic, not intravascular, sorry. Microangiopathic. Why? Because microangiopathic, because they involve small vessels of brain and the other part, right? That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just they wrote that thing. Hemorrhagic E. coli, how you differentiate between other E. coli so that you cannot give antibiotic. So it does not ferment sorbitol. All E. coli ferment sorbitol. Make a start there. Very important feature to differentiate EHEC, right? When you have to differentiate with the other bacteria, you have to remember that thing. Klebsiella. Now we will go very quickly because now I'm gonna give you few buzzwords and we can go forward, right?
Okay.
Klebsiella. Most of the time, if the Klebsiella they're gonna ask you, then there will be current jelly sputum production, which is like you can say dark reddish type of jelly, right? That's Klebsiella. Klebsiella infection is common in diabetic, in alcoholic. If you are alcoholic, then gag reflex will be lost. Gag reflex will lost, then content from GI and mouth will go to the stomach. To the lung will have aspiration pneumonia. Now, if you have aspiration pneumonia, I'm telling you, not pneumonitis, aspiration pneumonia. Then, which organism is been involved? Lactobacter and Peptobacterium organism from mouth flora.
Okay, so I'll remember Pepto for mouth.
Pepto from mouth, okay, because pepsin is from mouth, right? And if it's aspiration pneumonitis, then it's due to chemical irritation, chemical substance from GI come up and aspirate into the lung. So it's called aspiration pneumonia or chemical pneumonia due to GI content, pneumonitis, right? And if it's a pneumonia, which is your oral flora, right?
So there are 3 types?
There are 2 types. Can you see my iPad? I mean tablet?
No. We're not connected.
No?
No.
Send me. I don't know that.
No, you said you were gonna dictate now.
Yeah, I mean, if I thought it's connected, but I'm just dictating because there is nothing to write. That's why.
Yeah.
But if something is important to write, and then I would like to write.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay.
So aspiration will leads to two problems: aspiration pneumonia, aspiration pneumonitis. Pneumonia is gravity dependent. Is one lobe. It's called lobar pneumonia. Only particular part, like if you're sleeping, it's gonna be lower part of middle lobe gonna be involved. If you are standing, if you are sleeping, I think middle part of the middle lobe, and if you're sleeping, if you're standing, then lower part of the middle lobe gonna be involved. So it's a gravity dependent or site dependent pneumonia every time, same place, right? That's due to oral flora. But aspiration pneumonitis, it's an inflammation of few of the bronchi or bronchus, which is not site dependent or particular place. It's gonna be everywhere. Can you see now?
Mm-hmm.
So
Perfect.
let's say if you have pneumonia, especially pneumonia, you have typical this place. Most of the time, whenever patient admit, every time patient has same pneumonia. Multiple time, same lobe involvement, pneumonia, that's aspiration pneumonia. And aspiration pneumonitis, it's hazy. Every time, no, even single time, there will be inflammation everywhere because it's called chemical. This is pneumonitis, okay? Pneumonitis. And this is pneumonia. So this is due to oral content, oral bacteria, Peptobacter.
But pneumonia, that is lobar pneumonia.
Sorry, lobar. Yeah, this is lobe. See, lobe means middle lobe. This is lower lobe of lower part of middle lobe.
Okay.
And pneumonitis is chemical. It will chemical and chemical that will lead from the GI. That will lead to pneumonitis, inflammation of all the tracts, all the bronchi, and alveoli, and there's the unit, the whole respiratory unit, right? Micro unit. So this is the feature. So in the exam they will ask you one more. On top of that, which type of colony you will see in pneumonia? Klebsiella pneumonia. That's mucoid cap colony. Very important. Mucoid cap colony. Right? And one more thing, this is lactase positive organism. Remember always whenever you see the bacteria, lactase positive, maltase positive or negative, what type of bacteria it is. Lactase positive. Remember that property. And add one more thing, that Klebsiella has very large capsule polysaccharide. That's made up of polysaccharide. Very large capsule. This is the only bacteria having big capsule. Some killer has pretty nice capsules, right? So killer, this is the killer one. Really large capsule. And it will lead to nosocomial infection, hospital acquired infections. Now tell me, how you differentiate just simple pneumonia, which is by Klebsiella or Pseudomonas, via oxidase test or N-catalase test or lactose ferment. Now tell me, oxidase test is in Klebsiella positive or negative?
Positive. No, it's positive in Pseudomonas, negative in Klebsiella.
Lactase?
No, none.
If you remember, Pseudomonas and for non-lactose fermenter. Pseudomonas and for non-lactose fermenter. So Pseudomonas is non-lactose fermenter. Klebsiella is lactose fermenter.
Okay.
Klebsiella is a slow fermenter or fast fermenter?
Wait. Fast.
KLECS, fast.
Yeah.
And CS is slow. Okay. Very nice. So these two are the feature how you differentiate the things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Try to compare the things with the previous short notes. So it will make you broad idea of everything.
Yeah.
Right?
I like how you're doing the comparison.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
I don't know. It suddenly switch off.
I know, I tried calling you back.
So something happened wrong. Everything again. Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I can. I see two screens of yours. What's going on? My all screen opens suddenly.
Okay, what's going on? I'm confused.
That's what I was thinking of. From where I'm getting when it's shut down and turn in again, everything pop up like boom 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 like 20 screens.
And you're asking me.
I don't know what's going on.
Are you watching a movie?
Oh, I was thinking like, okay, you said 5 minutes, right? So I click on that. That's going movie. I didn't. I mean, I finished half and half was left. The Son of the God.
Who's in that? Where do you see that on Netflix?
No. Daily Motion.
Okay, okay.
Son of the God. So I watched like half. So I thought, let me, keep it on. So if you're taking like 5-10 minutes, I'm gonna watch something.
Is it a good movie?
Oh yeah, it's really good movie.
Who's in it?
There is no particular actor, but that's just a drama, like how Jesus Christ.
Oh, I think I've watched it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen it. I've seen all the
Sorry?
episodes. Yeah, I know what it is now.
No, it's not an episode.
It's not?
It's a 3-hour movie.
But I think I saw it on Netflix where they had episodes of it.
I don't know, but it's like straightforward 3-hour movie, Son of God. It's really good movie. Like they won so many awards in it. So it's like I like that movie. I mean, they really know how to attract their spectators, and I was not feeling like to shut down the thing, and then that's why again I just turned on when I got chance.
Yeah, this is it. I've seen it. They have episodes of it.
Oh yes.
It was on
This is the guy.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on TV a while back. It makes you, I'll tell you, it will make you cry.
Yeah, I mean, I reached to just 1 hour or something, so I didn't see the whole.
The
So it
movie,
suddenly popped up. I mean, screen was off.
don't watch it. Don't watch the movie. You have to watch. Do you have Netflix?
No, I don't.
You can sign in my Netflix and you can watch the episodes of Son of God, because the movie, what they did, they took portions of the episode and made it into a movie. But the episodes are more elaborate, and it's, if you really want to know about it, that's I would totally recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see that thing. I thought like I just Google it and I got this movie, so I thought let me watch the movie.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie.
So
Yeah,
it is. I'm just learning. I mean, what is the Jewish thing and the Catholic thing and everything. So I was just learning. Yep. So where we were. So yeah, in the exam, they will confuse you with Klebsiella, Pseudomonas, Streptococcal, Pneumonitis, and Mycoplasma and Legionella. So Legionella, the 3G, Klebsiella, maybe alcohol or aspiration history, but must see for the lobar, particular one lobe pneumonia. Pseudomonas, it will lead to pneumonia, but oxidase must be positive, fermentation will not be there, and etc. etc. Mycoplasma, the patient will have mild anemia. Mild anemia. Why? Mycoplasma pneumonia is IgM hemolysis. It will leads to hemolytic anemia due to IgG. You know there are two type of antibodies, IgG, warm and cold. So Mycoplasma M for M, IgM mediated antibody response. So it will leads to hemolytic anemia, mild anemia, right? So this is how you differentiate. Hyponatremia is a feature of what? Legionella. Yes. Okay. So remember like this way everything. Okay, so Salmonella typhi, you can read it like the typhoid fever, which will lead constipation followed by typhoid, rosemary spot or something. They have pain in abdomen, nausea, vomiting, and then first week you will get it from the blood. From urine. Second week you will get it from the blood, the samples. So not important. Campylobacter definitely important because it will leads to Guillain-Barré syndrome, and we discussed Guillain-Barré syndrome if you remember, right?
Yep.
It there, Campylobacter is microaerophilic bacteria. Microaerophilic. Just remember, microaerophilic. And the chicken, pottery and chicken will leads to that thing. Campylobacterium is done. Can you please tell me is oxidase positive or negative?
Oxidase positive.
Okay, and the second feature?
It's comma shaped. It's 42 degrees.
Yes. Okay. The second, Vibrio cholerae, rice watery diarrhea of cholera more than 10 to 15 times. Name of toxin, ADP rephosylation, right? Mechanism of action of toxin, CAMP, stimulation of positive G stimulating CAMP, right?
Yep.
Okay, nice. So that's Vibrio cholerae. No need to worry about anything else. Vibrio is also cholera and Campylobacter, oxidase positive, right?
Yes.
Vibrio grow in alkaline medium, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Yersinia pectis, only one important thing. It will mimic appendicitis.
Okay.
Mimic appendicitis or Crohn's disease, but they have common history of appendicitis. Why? Because surrounding the appendix, they have lymph node.
Can you say that again? Can you say that again, Urvish? You were breaking up.
Yeah, I said surrounding the appendix, they have lymph node, and here they have mesenteric adenitis, which is the lymph node inflammation, which will look like you have appendicitis.
Okay.
Can you please 1 second? Can you wait one second? What happened? Have I finished it? Oh, sorry. My friend, still she didn't get the bus. I mean, it's been more than 1.5 hours, right?
Oh my gosh.
She said there is no bus. I mean, she's waiting since more than 1 hour.
Oh my gosh. Hang up and call her.
No, I mean, I texted her. I mean, I sent the location from here.
Okay.
So, yeah. You know, they have facility. You can track the thing and you can see, like, okay, what's the next bus will be around.
What do you use?
There are so many applications. They have one. I mean, for us, they have New York, New Jersey transportation NJT something, and you just put the code of the station and they will give you everything. So yeah. So Yersinia pectis. So that adenitis will leads to mimicking thing like
appendicitis.
Because that's the only important. And this is the only bacteria you said. You told me that puppies. So it's from puppies.
Puppies.
Puppies, poopy.
Yeah.
That's feces.
Poop.
Right? Cat feces. Okay. That's it. H. pylori.
No, you said cat? I thought it was from puppies.
No. It's just puppies.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, when that become dry, it become aerosol, and they go to the air to like that way. Okay. H. pylori. H. pylori is most common cause of gastritis type B. There are two types of gastritis, A and B. A for autoimmune, B for bacteria.
A is for antrum, right?
A for autoimmune, B for bacteria. Bacteria is H. pylori, right? And this is the only bacteria which has like urease positive and urea breath test positive. Most common method to diagnose H. pylori is breath test or blood test. No stool test. Stool test might be positive in the past history of infection. My thesis was on that role of H. pylori in GI bleeding in acute ischemic stroke patient, because when you have acute ischemic stroke, they give TPA. You know, the ultraptase.
Isn't that a clot buster?
Sorry?
Isn't it a clot buster?
Yeah, clot buster. That's called TPA, tissue plasminogen activator, recombinant tissue plasminogen activator. When you give it, they have risk of like GI bleeding.
Right.
And we compare the risk that if you have just TPA and without H. pylori, if you have GI bleeding, what is the chance of getting died. Mortality. What is the mortality? What is the outcome of the stroke patient compared to the patient who has H. pylori infection? Then, so surprisingly, we got like 33 times more risk of having GI bleeding, and 7 days more hospital stay with the healthcare cost 3,000 to 4,000 something around more per patient. So in
Wow.
last 11 years, government there are approximately 50 to 60,000 cases like that way, and you can count 60,000 into probably $4,000 per patient.
Oh my God.
So healthcare burden would have been decreased if they just did urea breath test or blood culture in the patient who's admitted with the stroke.
Yeah, because
So
those are simpler tests.
Simpler test, just $20 test, you're gonna save a lot of healthcare burden, right? So that was accepted in Canadian Stroke Congress, and I went to Canada last year.
Oh wow, beautiful.
That was my PhD thesis.
I love doing research. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. I mean, still, I mean I'm really feeling bad because I need to work on my exams and everything. So now I'm having like 3-4 residents doing third year, second year, fourth year neurology. Few professors, few fellows, they're working with me in team. So they're handling right now because I am a little bit busy.
Wow. You'll get back there shortly, hopefully.
Okay, spirochetes. Yeah, I have no other choice. I think even the when you look for the perspective of earning, you can earn more in the research. When you apply for the research with the awards, I mean, I've been there in Canada, Chicago, Philly, California. The whole trip were sponsored by different organizations. And on top of that, I'm paying my student loans since 2 months on that loans. Student loans on that grant.
That's beautiful.
So that's like soon gonna expire. So I was feeling like, oh my god, if I'm getting more time, I can do more research and yeah.
Well, don't worry, one step at a time.
So okay. Which is the another one microaerophilic bacteria besides Campylobacter? H. pylori. Okay.
Okay.
So, microaerophilic, H. pylori. Just to make sure that if they ask for the comparison or something.
Okay.
No. That's not. I'm sorry. That's not microaerophilic. I think that's just coma shape, curve shape, not microaerophilic. No, it's not. Oh yeah. I mean, according to Kaplan, can I read it? 1 second. H. pylori cause gastritis in 90% during herself, papric ulcerations, lymphoma causing bacteria, US positive recommendation. Oh yeah, according to Kaplan, I wrote the note on Kaplan thing. This H. pylori will lead to my this is the microaerophilic bacteria. Microaerophilic bacteria. And it's gonna infect antrum, okay?
Okay.
Why antrum?
Wait, but I thought it was type H. pylori affects the antrum?
Sorry?
H. pylori affects the antrum?
Yes, antrum of the stomach. You know the antrum part?
I think it's because of the acidic.
This is the antrum, and then duodenum. Acidic? Okay, 1 second. H. pylori, if you see carefully, then it's written there. Where is the first page? H. pylori. Oh yeah. H. pylori, lactose non-fermenters, oxidase positive. They have no mention about alkaline media or temperature. So if it's acidic medium, it's going to kill H. pylori.
Okay.
Because the antrum has neutral pH. Neutral pH. This is the center where two different pH area are going to combine in a neutral. Here, less than 4.2 acidic. From duodenal onwards, in the intestine, it's going to be alkaline.
Okay.
More than 7 point something. So this is the place where acidic pH end and alkaline pH start. So it's a neutral pH place. So it's a more prone for the H. pylori infection. Okay, you understand?
Mm-hmm. So because of the neutral pH state.
Do you understand? Yes, neutral pH. Because of neutral pH state. Okay.
But they say
Hello?
it could survive in acidic mucosa.
No, it's written in my book. It's like antrum is neutral. Antrum pH is neutral, and that's why they are more prone for the infections. And that is the reason when you need to do biopsy, take a biopsy from antrum, not from this part, or that part.
So should I disregard? First aid says that the urease produces ammonia, creating an alkaline environment, which helps H. pylori to survive in acidic mucosa.
Yeah. So what they say? So basically here they said there. So they said like they produce this thing so that pH of that region become this region, if it's acidic, it's alkaline. So basically it's not converted into alkaline, but it reduces the acidity to the zero, and that's why they can stay there. So basically this is the reason why they have the neutral pH, right? But
Okay.
this is the only place antrum where you can find it out, because
Okay.
that place they have this role, and that place is like neutral.
Got it.
If H. pylori infection occur in the greater omentum, greater wall of the GI stomach, then it's not going to survive.
And the greater
But
curvature?
Sorry?
And the greater curvature of this.
Greater
Okay.
curvature, greater curvature. Then it's difficult to survive. So this is one thing that's important. So you have to remember. And one, I think, the agar media for H. pylori is skiro, SKIRRO, skiro media. Skiro.
What is that?
Medium in which it survived, SKIRROW, skiro, agar, medium.
What survives?
H. pylori.
Okay.
And what is the medicine for H. pylori?
Oh, isn't it three medicine? Amoxicillin, clarithromycin, and a PP and a proton pump inhibitor.
Yeah, so it's a calm medicine, or you can say like, okay, clarithromycin or clarithromycin, or for omeprazole, and for moxifloxacin. Or sorry, not moxifloxacin, amox, right? So or amoxicillin or matronidazole. Is it or matronidazole?
Yeah. I know this one. I committed to my head the treatment.
Yeah, and if it's not gonna work, use it again, and then if it's still not gonna work, do it with bismuth. Once you do the culture and biopsy, bismuth. Spirochet, that's important thing. Leptospira, Bordetella, and Treponema. So quickly we're gonna go to the Lyme's disease, which is really important. So let's do first with the Leptospira, which is very low yield. If you remember, with the animal urine, surfers, they on the sea area, like tropical sea areas, Hawaii areas, where surfers are contacted with mouse pee or the other animals pee via contaminated water, then they have Leptospira introgons infection, which is called Wales disease. Wales disease is a combination of jaundice, in hemolysis. Jaundice will lead to the damage liver, and hemolysis will lead to azotemia and kidney disease. So hemorrhage with jaundice and anemia, that's a combination of Wells disease. Okay. Second, Lyme's disease. Very important feature of the Lyme's disease.
Bullseye.
Target lesion. Lyme disease is due to bullseye. Lyme's disease is due to Bordella burgdorferi, which is always associated with Babesia, and Anaplasma phagolyticum. Babesiosis, Babesia infection, that's like malaria. That's equivalent to malaria. I'll tell you the difference between Babesia and malaria. So it's Babesia, human granulocytosis, or Anaplasma phagocyticum. These three infection always occurs same time. Why? Because all three infections occurs via tick deer. You know, deer tick, via that thing. So that the name is like tick exodes. IXODES, exodes. That's a common vector. So that's why we treat all three together. How? For Lyme disease, we use doxycycline. For Babesia, we use zone. Sorry. For Babesia, we use because it's equivalent to malaria type of thing. So atovaquone or azithromycin, and we use doxycycline sometime for Anaplasma phagocyticum. So basically, if you have Lyme's disease, which medication you are going to use?
Doxycycline.
Hello? Doxycycline plus atovaquone and azithromycin. Right?
Plus what?
Right? Azithromycin and atovaquone. Atovaquone is a medicine for malaria.
Malaria, right?
Malaria.
Yes.
But it's a medicine for Borrelia burgdorferi. Sorry, not Borrelia. Babesia.
Okay.
Right? I will tell you what is the difference between Babesia and malaria later.
Okay.
So basically, the deer will have three bacteria in their body. No, sorry, three things. One, Borrelia burgdorferi bacteria, Babesia parasite, and Anaplasma phagocyticum. Three things. Okay? Hello?
Yes.
The three things. The treatment of Borrelia burgdorferi is doxy.
Plus azithromycin.
Treatment of doxy alone.
Okay.
Doxy alone. Babesia, doxy alone. Babesia, Atova plus azithro, and Anaplasma phagocyticum, doxy again. So when you give doxy plus Atova plus azithro, that covers everything.
Okay.
Now you understand, right? But exceptions. Okay, one more thing I forgot on other thing. She got that. 1 second. Just I'm sending her mom's number. My brother is not home. Giving my mom's number. The consequence, she just bought today the new phone, right? So she doesn't have any number.
Oh my gosh. Is she still waiting for the bus?
No, she just got to home and brother is not home. She has the new phone, so she doesn't have any number. And that's cold outside.
So she don't have keys?
She doesn't have keys.
What a night for her.
No, she says I'm gonna call now.
Okay.
36. Oh my god. So, bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
Second feature, cardiac feature. Neurological feature, and bilateral facial nerve pulsing. Bilateral, not unilateral. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bullseye is named as erythema migrans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the key point: all type of Lyme's disease treated with doxy, except meningitis, which is neurological complication, and pregnancy and Lyme disease. For this too,
Except meningitis and pregnancy?
Except pregnancy and meningitis. For this too, you use ceftriaxone.
Okay.
Clear? Very clear?
Yes. You said for all.
Mm-hmm. For all Lyme's disease, treatment is doxycycline, except neurological complication, not facial, neurological, meningitis, encephalitis, like that.
Okay.
And pregnancy, because if you in the pregnancy, you will give doxycycline, side effect. And if it's a CNS problem, doxycycline oral will not reach to the blood-brain barrier.
Okay.
Okay?
Very good.
Very clear.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay. Now, one more. Brucella abortus, which is not there. Write it down. Brucella abortus.
Mm-hmm.
This is due to unpasteurized dairy product.
Mm-hmm.
Cattle slaughterhouse.
Mm-hmm.
In the farmer and in the veterinary people, which will leads to, when one more second. Which will leads to brucellosis, and they use this thing, if you remember, in bio war thing, right? Spore forming organism.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And the treatment again, doxycycline and
azithromycin.
Rifampicin. Forget you. I said last indication of brucellosis, right?
Yeah.
One more bacteria they haven't given. Then brucellosis will lead to undulant fever. Undulant means flu-like fever and septicemia. Right?
Yes.
Now, one more thing. One more. Coxiella burnetii, which will lead to Q fever. That's so many types of fever.
Mm-hmm.
But I am telling you Coxiella and Brucella because Brucella will lead to abortion, and that's why they get not abortion. Sorry, Brucella abortus will lead to brucellosis or Q fever, and Coxiella burnetii will lead to abortion. The name is like crisscross, right? So Coxiella burnetii will lead to Q fever and spontaneous abortion.
Okay.
How? Coxiella burnetii is due to dry placenta of the animal. When the animal born, the placenta come out. Placenta will be on the floor. It will be like dry. Bacteria will be there. Dry placenta will be in the aerosol.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the farm. Look at your face.
Sorry.
I thought like you smell that thing.
Because I forgot I was on Skype. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I forgot I was on Skype. I just Just thinking about it.
No problem. So yeah, and it will lead to
Spontaneous abortion?
dry placenta material. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Final short note, which is like really important in bacteriology.
Syphilis?
Syphilis. Okay. Quickly, what we have given, I'm gonna give you a new thing that is not given. Okay. First of all, focusing thing in this short note: primary test and confirmatory test.
Primary and what?
So for
Confirmatory?
the main next step of management means most accurate test and initial test, right?
Okay.
So most initial test is VDRL or FTA ABS, right? In primary syphilis, right? Secondary syphilis, very important thing. Dark microscopy and FTS ABS. No VDRL. Make sure. Why they said VDRL? One second. Cause with a painless VDRL and confirm with diagnosis of ABS. Where is that? Which one is the definition? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh yeah. They didn't mention a thing. Okay, if I'm gonna find it out, then I'll let you know. But primary test here is VDRL and FTS, and secondary test dark microscopy and FTS ABS.
Okay.
Right, and the tertiary they have in the tertiary they have spinal fluid VDRL, and the last one is pregnancy and syphilis. So there are four category, and the fifth one is congenital syphilis. 5 categories you have to remember for the treatment and for the sign symptom. Now, primary is painless, button shape, brownish, reddish to brown, painless chancre. Not chancroid. Chancroid means croid, crying. Chancre.
I think the chancroid is the one that makes you cry. Douchecree is the one that's painful.
H. ducree?
Yeah.
That painful. H. ducree, chancroid, right? So ROI. So remember that. So that's just only one feature. Secondary syphilis. Two character. Rash. Maculopapular rash.
Okay.
Lata. Condylomata lata. What about condylomata accumulata? What is that?
That's in
HP.
Yeah, pap smear when you do
HP. Condylomata lata. 2. Lata accumulata. Lata and rash. Right? 2 consequences in secondary syphilis. 1 consequence in primary syphilis. And the third consequence and the tertiary syphilis. 3 main consequences. Which 3? Gammas, 3G. Gammas.
Chronic.
Neurological process.
Gammas. Neurosyphilis.
You know what is gammas? You know gammas? Look
at the gammas. I look at the picture here. It's like
gammas. It's a swelling. It's like round swelling, sub-Q swellings. That's called gamma.
Yeah, first it has a picture of it.
Oh, they have it? Because I was thinking like I was thinking like if I have it, then I'm gonna send you all pictures of things.
No,
But I don't.
I see it. It's like
It's basically one big swelling here. Let's say for example, then it's gonna burst, and it's like a engorged ulcer with the
yeah, like you have like creases, breaks.
This is the gamma.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so first gamma, third neurological feature. Which are the neurological feature? Neurosyphilis tabs dorsalis, that's posterior column.
Mhm.
Second neurological feature, eye, that's called ARB, Argyle Robertson pupil.
Mhm.
We said it like accommodation reflex present pupil.
What
The second name of this pupil is prostitute pupil, if you remember.
Yeah, it says they accommodate but do not. Yeah.
Yes. Charcot joint. Check the picture of Charcot joint. It's totally restricted joint. Right?
Yeah. Charcoal
Stroke without tension. Right. So this is neurological feature. Second and third is like cardiological feature. They have aortitis and other like aortitis or Charcot joint or something like that. But neurological features with gammas and with other feature like cardiological feature, that is your syphilis, tertiary syphilis. I had one project on that thing too, neurosyphilis induced stroke.
Wow.
So that was interesting too. So that's tertiary, right?
Mhm.
One more latent. No sign symptom, right? So we studied primary, secondary, tertiary, latent. If it occurs in pregnancy induced, not pregnancy induced, in pregnancy, like pregnant woman with syphilis. I'm drawing table because I'm going to tell you the treatment. That's why.
Okay.
Congenital means their sabers seen like this. The legs are like this, right?
They have the tooth.
And they have nose. This nose is a bit distracted, right? Seventh, seven now cranial now destruction.
Saber chin tooth.
Hutchinson teeth. Then Marlborough molars. Most important thing, it's not going to spread during with the placenta thing. It's spread after first semester, not during delivery. HIV spread during delivery.
Right.
Hepatitis spread during delivery. GBS, Guillain-Barré, not Guillain-Barré.
Group B strep.
Group B strep spread during delivery, right? This is not delivered during delivery, right?
During the first trimester?
First trimester, after first trimester. Very important. Okay. Now, treatment. Penicillin G, primary. Penicillin G for primary. 3 doses of penicillin G in penicillin G in primary, penicillin G in secondary, 3 doses of penicillin G in tertiary. In latent, I just want to give you the exact how I'm going to forget. Oh yeah. Penicillin G, this is 3, what is that? Third, tertiary, right? Penicillin G, but they are going to give not 3 doses. This is like 14 days. I was wrong in duration. I don't think they're going to ask you this duration. I think in step 1, but just I'm telling you. So 1 penicillin G, 2 penicillin G, 3 penicillin G, but for 14 days. Late, that is latent. Penicillin G, E look like 3. So penicillin G is for 3 days. Here it's 3 days. penicillin G.
Mm-hmm.
In pregnancy, penicillin. Congenital, we don't treat for congenital, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here everything is penicillin. But in the exam, important thing is when you have penicillin allergy, what are you going to do?
You give something
You know, I
else.
said doxycycline whenever you have penicillin allergy, right?
What is it you said?
Hello? Doxycycline. Doxycycline.
So you give doxycycline if they're allergic to penicillin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Primary syphilis doxycycline 14 days. Secondary doxycycline 14. Doxycycline always given for the 14 days, okay?
Okay.
Hello? Now, tertiary, same, but good thing is that no doxycycline. This time you give ceftriaxone. Write it down. With the bold letter. Tertiary must give ceftriaxone.
If they're allergic.
Yeah, if they're allergic. We are having two tables, right? One for penicillin, one if the penicillin is sensitive, one they have allergy.
Okay.
So the rule for step 1. The syphilis is going to be treated with the penicillin, penicillin, and if you have penicillin allergy, then go with the doxycycline, except two conditions. Which two conditions?
Tertiary.
Tertiary, where you try ceftriaxone, and pregnancy.
Okay.
Pregnancy at any cost penicillin. Desensitize the person with the oral penicillin and then give the IM. Right?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, this treatment, penicillin G. Syphilis treatment, penicillin allergy, doxycycline, except 2. Tertiary, triaxone, pregnancy, desensitization. Okay?
Got it.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, you understand?
Mm-hmm. This is really good. Thank you.
So this is about gram. Yeah, this is, okay, then let's do the one more. Do you want to finish that thing? Let me finish this.
Yeah.
Gardnerella. No, I'm going to take Gardnerella with the vaginitis, sexually transmitted disease, right? So let's do the rickettsia, or you want to continue with tomorrow? What do you think?
Let me see. Hold on.
Hello?
You want to finish what? Rickettsia?
Yeah, I want to. If you don't mind, then I want to finish with the rash thing.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Okay. So we discussed 2 bacteria of spirochete, which is one leptospira. We discussed leptospira, treponema, and borrelia. So we finished basically spirochetes, right? So now it's time about rickettsia group. So rickettsia group we divide into 2 groups: rash induced and rash non-induced. Now typhus, no need to remember anything about typhus, but yes, rocky mountain spotted fever, rickettsia rickety, very important because typical feature of the rash that's on the hand,
Mm-hmm.
that says like you need to drive the car, you need hands. So the rashes which occurs on the hand, typically only that calls cars rashes, CARS.
Mm-hmm.
C means Coxsackie A, rickettsia rickety, and syphilis. Syphilis, secondary rash, maculopapular, this rash. So this 3 Coxsackie A virus, syphilis and rocky, this 3 will lead to rash on the hand. So remember thing, rash, rocky, and that's like on the cars.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they are intracellular, obligate intracellular bacteria, so they need coenzyme and anidase, same like influenza B, HIV.
Okay.
Right? Just remember that thing. This rashes typically start here, on wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Go like this and this together. Like
So you said coenzyme what?
Coenzyme A and NAD. That's given in phase the first aid, right? And no rash. If you remember, I said that one condition, anaplasmo, human granulomatosis, human granulocytosis, or anaplasmosis, which is concurrent with Lyme disease, treated with the doxycycline. Remember? Three. Lyme's disease, Borrelia burgdorferi, human anaplasmosis, which is called granulomas, and the third one I said babesiosis. Three things occurs together due to deer, the common deer and
deer tick.
Yeah. So that tick anaplasmosis is that's granulocyte with morula and cytoplasm. They have polymorphonuclear cell in the cytoplasm. They have morula of particular this anaplasma. So this is the tick disease with anaplasma granulocyte with morula in the cytoplasm. Remember, morula in the cytoplasm, that's a buzzword most of the time.
Okay.
The another tick disease is ehrlichiosis or Ehrlichia due to Ehrlichia equini or Ehrlichia chafacis. That's not there, but you don't need to remember chafacis or equini. You just remember, okay, Ehrlichia. But here, in the previous anaplasma and anaplasma, so the morula seen in the neutrophils. But in Ehrlichia, this is the same morula. This time you can find in monocyte. This is the only difference between two.
Okay.
Same no rash condition. Same. And I told you about Coxiella burnetii, Q fever.
Yeah.
Q fever, and it's gonna be cattle placenta or other placenta. Will be spore, dry, go to aerosol, and will to pneumonia and the abortion and pneumonia thing. Hepatitis. There's so many consequences. All is Coxiella burnetii, right?
Yep.
Okay. Chlamydia, I'm going to take it with sexually transmitted disease. So tomorrow we're gonna do Mycoplasma. Let me finish Mycoplasma before we end. Mycoplasma is a part of atypical pneumonia where young person come with the mild cough, but when they took the history, the X-ray looks much more severe than sign symptom. It says Mycoplasma eat your lungs. Mycoplasma infection is common in military. Mycoplasma is common in prisoners. Mycoplasma is common where the congestion are there. Young people, it's called pneumonia of young people. As it has high titers of cold anti-agglutinin IgM, patient will have lysis of RBC, patient will have mild pneumonia, mild anemia. As it eat the lung, the medium it's needed, it says eaten medium. I have eaten agar, okay? And you can use any macrolides, erythromycin, azithromycin to treat Mycoplasma pneumonia. Mycoplasma has no wall, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Mycoplasma work via, it has no ciliary reaction. It just work via what it called?
Sterile.
They have binary fusion thing. 1 second. No. Yeah. They attach to respiratory epithelium via PI. They don't have cilia, but they just attach with PI called virulent factor. That's called given in Kaplan something. But you just remember it attached to this respiratory thing. But in the exam point of view, they will only ask you differentiating point between Klebsiella, Mycoplasma, Legionella, Pseudomonas, Staph, and Strep. Okay? So now we need to do two things tomorrow: sexually transmitted disease and non-sexually transmitted disease, in which we have to divide once you study candidiasis and once you study trichomonas vaginalis, then we will discuss the differentiating point between these three: bacterial vaginosis, trichomonas vaginalis, and candidiasis. And then, we're gonna differentiate the ulcers. Ulcers like painless ulcer, painful ulcer, with lymph node, without lymph node, with gammas, without gammas, like etc. etc. Right? So we can discuss that with fungus and parasite. So
Yeah, parasite is easy.
Yeah, it's easy. It's not, it's not that
and mycology.
big deal. Fungus is like really difficult thing. Parasite, I think you just read. I'm gonna tell you two, three important parasite that you have to remember. Otherwise, you will never see any parasite in the exam. Fungus for sure. So many fungus.
So how many more? After tomorrow, how many more time we need to finish micro?
I think we need 2.
Just 2 more hours?
I think we need 4 hours basically, right?
Yeah, because virology is big.
2 more days. Not 2 more hours.
2 more days?
2 more days, yeah.
So about 4.
And you just
4 hours, right?
Did you start bacteriology? You finished bacteriology.
I finished bacteriology.
No, microbiology. I mean, in the U world, right?
Well, I have to renew, so I think I'm gonna renew. I didn't get the money yet, so I'm gonna renew. Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I have to renew because I didn't get to put the money to renew yet, so I'm probably gonna do that this week.
Then you can do it one thing. You can just do it right now offline or something.
Okay.
Do you
have the offline ones?